All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge once again, guys. I haven't been on video for a while, but now I'm gonna get something to all my Dolphin fans. This is getting very serious. Dolphin fans, don't expect too much from the Miami Dolphins in 2025. Unfortunately, I'm trying to stay positive, guys, but I'm gonna run a tape here of Chris Greer talking about Jalen Ramsey. I guess determined to leave us. Uh, the future of Tyreek Hill, the future of Tua Tagovailoa, which right now for me it's up in the air. So let's start with this one first. One of the reporters from the Miami Herald and especially sports writers down in Florida asked Chris Greer these questions, and I want you to listen to it. If you haven't seen the podcast, it's out there. It's on YouTube, but it's very important what Chris Greer says here about Jalen Ramsey. It threw me off a little bit, but now I understand where they're coming from because I see it both ways. Try to save money, or this team is, of course, heading in a different direction, or it's possible that we are in a rebuilding mode. And I know you fans don't want to hear that. But unfortunately, guys, that is the truth. But let's stay tuned. Let's hear this.
I offered Perkins and my colleagues a dollar each.
So that was Perkins, one of the reporters. So this is amazing, guys, how this goes through with Chris Greer.
Just first, good afternoon, but wanted to address obviously the news of the day that people will be curious about with regarding Jalen Ramsey. So really, after a couple of weeks of discussions between ourselves internally and Jalen and his representation, we decided that it was probably in the best interest for all parties to move forward. So I will say these decisions aren't done quickly, and they're not taken lightly because we spent a lot of time this off season working through this, talking through things. At the end of the day, Jalen did not ask for a trade, so we went through the process, and I just felt that after numerous conversations and then talking last week with Jalen and his agent, that it was best to move forward, and it was best interest of the Miami Dolphins and for Jalen Ramsey.
So as you see here, the best interest for Ramsey and the best interest for the Miami Dolphins organization. All right, guys. I know you guys don't want to hear this tape, but I had to put it there for you. And I understand that it's frustration as a Dolphin fan. What is happening to the Miami Dolphins lately? Well, let me tell you what's happening. The roof caved down on this team. I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm going to be honest with you guys for being a Dolphin fans for so many years. We're in for a long season. I'm not going to talk about schedule, team they face, because if you guys haven't seen it out there, their schedule ain't going to be easy. They have playoff team they have to play, one of the Pittsburgh Steelers, by the way. But Ramsey wasn't happy. Neither did Tyreek Hill. And Tua will be another one that you have to be careful about, because in this also conversation they had, in this media they had, they asked him why he didn't structure Tua contract. He would have saved $19 million. And that was another good question. But if you want to hear the video, just go to YouTube and go to the Dolphins website, and you hear what he says. But here we go. Ramsey. Now, he could be traded. He could be traded in the offseason. He could be traded during the draft, which is what? 5 days from now, the 24th. And I hope you guys join me live. I'll be there live for the first round that night, Friday night. But guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Are we going to a rebuild mode? Because listen, the next 2-3 years, because if you see what they're doing, the cap is going to go higher and higher and higher and higher. And Dolphins are going to continue to be cutting. So going back to Ramsey. Unfortunately, he's not happy in Miami. Neither is Tyreek Hill. Because listen, I'm going to say something, guys, and don't get mad. The moment Miami goes 0-3, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, the moment they go 0-3, Tyreek Hill is going to request for a trade. He wants out of Miami. I'm gonna tell you straightforward. Okay, I don't know what Chris Greer is gonna pull out of a hat, a rabbit out of a hat. This on this draft. My concern is the offensive line, guys. The offensive line protect Tua. Tyreek Hill is gonna be Tyreek Hill, regardless. Nobody's gonna make that man change. Now he did mention this in the actual interview that they gave him today. I mean, I'm sorry, 3 days ago. I apologize for that. 3 days ago, that Tyreek Hill is nowhere to be near to be traded. I don't agree that. I don't believe that, guys. As a Dolphin fan, I'm very disappointed with this organization. It has gotten worse. Listen, I love Tua. Don't get me wrong. I love Tua, great quarterback. I wish him well if he goes to another place. But the man said it. We're drafting a quarterback. So that means you have zero trust on your quarterback. Completely zero trust in your quarterback. You think you're not going to make it anywhere. And then he says here that we the podcasters and the sportscasters, or whatever you want to call it, reporters, believe me, we want to win as much as we do, so to keep you guys quiet. Well, Greer, I don't think you're doing that. I think, to be honest with you, this team is being dismantled piece by piece. I mean, Raheem Mostert, just because he had a bad season, you guys cut him loose. You let Wilkins walk away, a big stud, great year. I mean, I look at all these guys, and listen, there's nothing promising for the Miami Dolphins in 2025. I'm sorry to say that. I'm going to try to be pumped up and hyped about this, but right now the team is struggling. Struggling big time. And why? And the season even started. Because they have issues. They have big issues in that organization. What is the owner going to do? Because the owner, all he does is pay the paycheck. But now it's like we taking things down, restructuring contract. What happened to Jalen Waddle? What's going to happen to Jalen Waddle? That's my another question. What is his future? He's on the contract. It doesn't matter. I don't believe in this team anymore. This team could change anybody if they want to. Tomorrow, Tua could be gone. Tomorrow, Jalen Waddle could be gone. Now I heard they're looking at another running back. Man, you're loaded in running back. See, I think this organization is really in a bad way right now. I mean, they have no direction whatsoever. I mean, I made this video today just to all my fans out there, because I'm being honest with you guys, man. I'll keep in touch with you guys and try to remain positive as I can. But the Dolphins don't look good in 2025. They're not going to look good in 2026 either, and probably not even 27. And I know I'm being ahead of myself, and I'm telling you, I'm a positive person, those that know me. But let's be legit. What are you doing to the Miami Dolphins? The team doesn't look good at all. Maybe in the defensive side, they look much better than the offensive side. Even though they pick players off season, okay, they made some good free agent signing. Not the best, because I don't believe in that A and B and C and F average that they give in the NFL. It doesn't matter. A player could become a sorry player and come into another team and be the best player. So I don't go for that grade stuff, that A, B, and C. Let's give them a B, a C minus. No, buddy. They're grown men. All right, you fail. You had a bad year. You go to another team. You try to, reboot your confidence back and try to be a good player for that team. If it doesn't work out, then you move on. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. That's the way I feel, because that's how they mark these players, like they're in school. Well, I get Tyreek Hill an A+. He says a bad word. Well, let's give him an F-. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. That's all I can say. But anyhow, like I said, this video is going to be short. It's not going to be that long. And I tell you, Dolphin fans, you're going to be disappointed. I'm sorry to say that. And I remember I try to stay positive. And by the way, this Easter Sunday, man, Jesus' resurrection. This is probably the best day of all of our lives, and thanking God for everything that He has done for us and our family and around the world, of course, and try to remain positive. But coming to sports, Dolphin fans, get ready for a long season. I can't tell you much, man. I see this team. I mean, looking at their roster, I sat there the other night and I didn't make a video because I'm dealing with baseball. If you're an Oriole fan, that's another thing. Oh my gosh, where's the pitching? Where's the hitting? They show up one day, they don't show up the other day. They're inconsistent. I mean, it's just, and I know the injury plug. There's a lot of injury plug in that team, man. I mean, they have injury left and right. But anyhow, I want to thank all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel. Those that haven't, man, subscribe because on June 24th I will be on Draft Day live. I'm gonna try to do it in two languages, Spanish and English. It's gonna be difficult for me, so I apologize to those that doesn't understand. But anyway, I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just talking about the draft. I'm not gonna look at grade players. I'm just gonna look at the players that are gonna be picked in the first round, which I think is Cam. I think Cam over Sanders. I mean, I think Cam is a great quarterback. I'll probably go to Tennessee, and then let's see who the Giants. I mean, people saying Giants are gonna pick up a quarterback. Well, they signed Wilson, Russell Wilson. I mean, and then they send the other guy, the quarterback, David Winston. So, I mean, it's a quarterback battle. I don't know, man. It's the NFL is going crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. The NFL, I think the owners, I think it's about filling the stadium up. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't fill the stadium, you can't pay these players. And this is one thing that I'm concerned in sports now. That it's about people say I want to play in Miami because you don't pay taxes. But then guess what? I don't need you to play in Miami. I need you to win in Miami. We want W's. That's all we want. So anyhow, but thank you so much for joining in. You guys have a blessed weekend, blessed Sunday. I see you guys. I'll be doing some shorts on the Orioles and some updates, whatever comes out tonight. But you guys have a blessed day, and man, once again, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and have a nice day. Take care.